Hello, Golden State Warriors fan! We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates. First of all, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It's crucial for you to stay informed with the news daily. Without further ado, let's get to the news. Alright, folks, grab your popcorn, because the NBA rumor mill is spinning wildly right now, and at the center of it, none other than the reigning MVP Joel Embiid. That's right, there's growing noise, subtle whispers, and a whole lot of speculation that the Philadelphia 76ers franchise cornerstone might be eyeing a blockbuster move to none other than the Golden State Warriors. You heard that right, the Dubs. Just imagine it. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and Joel freaking Embiid on the same roster. Now, nothing's been confirmed yet, but the signs, the leaks, and the body language, they're all pointing in a very curious direction, and if you've been paying attention, you already know this isn't coming out of thin air. After years of playoff heartbreaks in Philly and front office inconsistency, Embiid might finally be ready to chase rings the way KD once did. The timing impeccable. The Warriors are desperate for one last super team run before the dynasty completely fades. And Joel, he's got that hunger, that fire, that itch for real legacy validation. Could this be the next mega move of the NBA? Off-season, buckle up, because we're just getting started, and the possibilities are downright scary. Now, let's dig deeper into why this rumor even makes sense, because on paper, sure, it sounds like fantasy. But when you look at Embiid's recent comments, his social media behavior, and even his cryptic interviews, something's shifted. There's a level of disillusionment, a subtle detachment from the Sixers project. You don't need to be a psychologist to read between the lines. Joel's patience is wearing thin. Every year it's something new in Philly, a coaching change, a front office shuffle, or a co-star who fails to deliver in the postseason. First it was Ben Simmons, then Harden, and now the uncertainty around Tyrese Maxey's development. Embiid is entering the prime of his career, and the clock is ticking. Meanwhile, out west, Golden State is cooking up a plan. Bob Myers may be gone, but the competitive spirit of that front office is alive and well. They're looking for a final piece. And if that piece is a two-way MVP caliber big who can anchor the paint while spacing the floor, that's a no-brainer. Sources around the league are already whispering that quiet conversations may have taken place. Nothing official, just smoke, but where there's smoke, there's usually fire. And in this case, that fire could burn through the entire balance of power in the NBA. The thought of Joel Embiid in a Warriors jersey is enough to give Western Conference teams nightmares. Let's talk fit, because it's actually better than you might think. We're talking about a 7-foot center with elite footwork, a silky mid-range jumper, and rim protection that could bring a whole new defensive identity to Golden State. Pair that with the Warriors' motion offense, and you've got a modern-day juggernaut. Steph's gravity opens up lanes for Embiid to operate in the mid-post or dive to the rim. Draymond's passing IQ would complement Embiid's inside-out game. And with Klay and Wiggins spotting up, defenses would be stretched beyond belief. This wouldn't just be a big three, it'd be a nightmare quartet. But here's the kicker. To make it happen, Golden State would have to gut some of its youth. Kuminga, likely gone. Moody out. Even CP3's contract might need to be flipped. But in the name of one more banner, the Warriors might just go all in. It's win now or rebuild. And Joel Embiid could tip the scale. And look, Embiid isn't just any superstar. He's a generational talent. We're talking about a guy who averaged over 33 points per game last season, led the league in scoring, and still anchored one of the best defenses in the East. That's unheard of. He's physical, skilled, passionate, and let's be real, he's tired of losing in the second round. The Warriors, meanwhile, need someone who can take over late in games when Steph's double-teamed, or Draymond's playmaking stalls. Embiid gives them that offensive bailout they've never had in the paint. Think about it, when's the last time the Warriors had a dominant big? Bogut. Looney's great, but he's not that. Embiid would be the first elite center in the Kerr era, and it would change everything. This isn't just about stacking talent, it's about reshaping the team's identity. Slower pace, maybe, but deadlier, absolutely. This isn't your 0-1-5 Warriors, it's the evolution of them, and in a West filled with Jokic, AD, and Wemby, having a counterpunch like Embiid might be more necessity than luxury. If the Warriors want rings, they need muscle, they need dominance. And Joel Embiid might just be the final form they've been searching for. But let's not ignore the financial gymnastics this would require. We're talking about luxury tax hell. We're talking about matching Embiid's max deal, probably North of $50 million a year, and doing it without completely decimating the roster. Joe Lacob has never shied away from spending, but this would be a test of how far he's willing to go to keep the dynasty alive. Golden State has young assets, expiring deals, and picks, but Daryl Morey isn't giving Embiid away for peanuts. This would be a blockbuster, a league-shaking trade involving multiple teams, future picks, and probably some painful farewells. Warriors fans would have to say goodbye to familiar faces. Maybe even Clay, if things get really dramatic. But here's the reality. This league moves fast, and sentimentality doesn't win titles. The Warriors have to, maybe 3 years left with Steph in his prime, if they want to capitalize. This is it. Go big or go home. And Joel Embiid, he's about as big as it gets. Literally and figuratively, the salary cap is a hurdle, yes, but not an impossibility, especially when banners are on the line. Expect creative accounting. Expect fireworks. Because this is serious, and let's not forget Joel's admiration for Steph Curry over the years. Embiid has consistently praised Steph not just for his shooting, but for how he's changed the game. That respect, it matters. Superstars talk. They plan, and with Team USA training camps, all-star weekends, and off-season workouts, these conversations are always happening behind closed doors. You think Embiid hasn't fantasized about running pick and rolls with the greatest shooter of all time? You think Steph wouldn't love having a dominant interior presence to take the pressure off his 36-year-old legs? There's mutual benefit here, and let's face it, if Embiid really pushes for this behind the scenes, it'll be hard for Philly to say no. Stars have leverage in today's NBA. We've seen it with AD, Harden, KD, and even Dame. The era of waiting patiently for a team to build around you is over. Embiid could force Philly's hand, and if Golden State is on his short list, you better believe Bob Myers or whoever's pulling the strings now is taking that call. The gears may already be turning, and if they are, we're looking at the biggest story of the offseason. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going now. Of course, there's the other side, the risk. Embiid's health is always a question mark. He's missed significant time every season of his career. His knees, his foot, even fluke injuries, there's always something. And for a team like Golden State, who already deals with their own injury history, that's a gamble. But let's not kid ourselves, championships don't come without risks. Kawhi's Raptors rolled the dice and cashed in. The Warriors did it with KD after his injury. Even the Lakers bet on AD's glass body and got a bubble ring out of it. The question isn't if Embiid gets hurt, it's when and how bad, but when he's on the court. He's a monster, an MVP, a game changer. If the Warriors' medical staff can keep him healthy through April to June, that's all that matters. Everything else is noise, and honestly, the Warriors can afford to load manage. They've done it before. The regular season isn't the goal, it's the parade. Embiid knows it. Steph knows it, and Golden State's brain trust knows it. The gamble is massive, yes, but the payoff, potentially legendary. That's the calculus here. And it's one worth watching. Let's zoom out for a second. Think about what this would mean for the league. The Warriors adding Embiid would reshape the entire NBA landscape. The West would become an arms race. Phoenix, Denver, the Lakers, they'd have to respond. The Sixers, they'd be in full rebuild mode unless they got a superstar back. And the media circus, forget it. It'd be 24/7's coverage. Talking heads debating legacy, pressure, and whether Joel made the right move. And that's the thing, this isn't just a basketball decision. It's a legacy decision. Embiid's place in NBA history hinges on whether he can win at the highest level. He's done everything else, scoring titles, MVP, All-NBA nods, but without a ring. He'll always be chasing ghosts in Golden State. He wouldn't just have a shot, he'd have a blueprint. The Warriors know how to win. They know how to build around greatness, and Joel could be the next chapter in a dynasty that refuses to die. This is bigger than just one trade. It's potentially the next evolution of the NBA's most iconic franchise, and right now, it's all on the table. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.